and I was just on the ocean. But as I was standing out there, I was thinking about certain things. Now, without a doubt, I lost a lot of subscribers when I decided to tell people what I thought of the shape of the Earth. It is what it is. It is what it is. The moon is 250,000 miles away, give or take, they tell us. The sun is 93 million miles away, give or take. But yet, somehow, when you look at the moon and the sun, they're the exact same size. As a matter of fact, the moon can pass in front of the sun and perfectly block it out. Completely, totally, 100%. That's just a coincidence. Okay. Just a complete, total, utter coincidence.
I mean, I'm only crushing your heads. Crush you. I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head.
I did a video the other night, once again, standing on the ocean. And I was videotaping the moon rising right off of the horizon above the Atlantic. It was coming up above the ocean. And it was enormous, absolutely enormous. And it was also completely and totally illuminated. And yet, the sun, and I used a compass to show you all these things, the sun had just set 1 hour prior, directly behind me, exactly 180 degrees behind me. So the moon was rising in the east, the sun had set an hour ago in the west, and yet somehow the moon's reflecting the sun's light perfectly and there's no shadow. If the moon's here and the sun's here and the earth is in the middle, there's gonna be a shadow. And yet there isn't. And do you know why? Because the moon is its own illumination source. The moon isn't something that we can land on, which is why they never have landed on it. Which is why this great, big bullshit story has been going on for so very long.
You see that? This is the Discover project. It's called EPIC. It's from NASA. It's the Earth Polychromatic Imaging Camera. You see that right there? If they were on the moon taking a picture of the Earth wouldn't be a little speck off in the distance. The Earth would be looming very, very large. You see these little pictures right here? If they were sitting on this taking a picture of that, it wouldn't look like that. Even though we had the technology of a calculator, and we landed it no problem, and it took off again, and it came home safely, and it didn't even disturb any of the dust on the moon at all. And the flag was flapping even though we were in a vacuum. Just saying, I mean, it's just odd. I'm just an asshole, you know, and so are you. So try not to forget that. I'm an asshole, you're an asshole.
President Kennedy tells us we're gonna go to the moon not because it's easy, but because it's hard. And then a year later, we're doing it. And then we do it, and then we do it, and we do it, and we do it, and we do it 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 and we do it, and then suddenly we don't do it anymore at all. When we went to the moon, they gave rocks from the moon to other heads of state, including one that was a duchess, I believe. And the rock turned out to be petrified wood. So why am I even talking about any of this at all? Because according to science, according to the elites, according to NASA, according to the experts, you have to have faith in them that everything is as they say it is. Even though when you simply look with your own two eyes at the horizon, it's totally flat. Even though when you look at the moon and the sun, they're identical in size and they seem to be the same distance away. We live in a society where they have mind-fucked people so bad that you believe what you can't see. And you don't believe what you can see, hear, touch, smell, and prove. And unlike most, I didn't sit around watching YouTube and then going, wait a minute, the Earth's flat. I came to it organically. I used to watch the moon, the stars, I still do. But I believe NASA. Until I started getting better optics. And I started noticing that the stars weren't distant suns, millions and millions and millions of light years away. And when you zoom in on them with something like a P900 or a P1000, you can see that these are living, pulsating, illuminated objects that appear to be submerged in water. The water's above, the water's below. I hope that answers your question. At any rate. Richie from Boston, and I'm out. Richie!